Stop failing school, stop failing university, whether you're a student, whether you just began, whether you are in your final year. For the ones that don't know me, I am I am Pula. My name is Julian and I'm actually currently a student at Sunway University. I'm gonna explain you guys some of the ways that literally prevent you from failing. For the ones that don't know me, I'm literally not the best student at school. I don't have the best grades. I'm not the best teacher, sorry, the best student in the class. I am just a decent student, but I have not once failed a single subject. I will tell you some of the ways and some of the things that you guys should absolutely apply that will prevent these moments from happening. Also, disclaimer warning, don't show this to your fellow teachers or peers because some of them might either disagree or some of them might, tell their supervisors, and then I don't know, some changes might happen within your academia. Anyways, without further ado, let's go straight to it. Study the score rubrics. Now, this is a strategy which is so undervalued, which I've been doing and I've been doing it ever since is I've been studying the score rubrics. Now, what is the score rubrics? The score rubrics is basically like an examination sheet or an assignment sheet, and it's basically a piece of paper, and most schools, most classes, most courses, and most projects and assignments will have these, and it's typically at the beginning or the end of the exam, and it's basically a sheet, a piece of paper that explains how the scores, how the marks are evaluated. So they'll give you a breakdown of like how you can score, and they'll also explain you specifically how to score or how to hit these certain marks. And now that is so overpowered because once you understand what it takes to hit certain scores, then you will absolutely address the assignment in a manner that will obviously hit these scores. Understand who the teacher is, how he or she corrects. Now, this is so underrated. I know most students, including myself, have this, degree of ego where we think, okay, we know everything what we know in the classroom, or like the way we talk to the teacher is in a way like we know more than the teacher, or we would like to argue or debate with the teacher. The truth is, the more disagreeable you come across your teacher, the more likely they will dislike you. So if you want the teacher to like you, and once the teacher essentially likes you, they will actually give you a better mark. Um, what you want to do is you want them to like you, and how you do that is you have to start agreeing with the things or the way they teach, even if, and that has happened many times in my student, let's say, lifetime, is that a lot of the teachers were incorrect, or they said stuff which wasn't clear, or they said a few things that I necessarily didn't even agree with, but I was never in a position to disagree with them. Every single stuff, and I'm not even joking, every single thing that they explained, I literally agreed. Like, I agreed top notch, and even more, I praised the way they would teach. And because once I got them, let's say, on the soft side, on the nicer side, one, they liked me more, and number two, they were keen to, explaining how to, like answer specific questions or specific topics or assignments. So bring them on your like side. Quality over quantity. Now, I am a person like, I literally, when it comes to examination, I write all the stuff that is necessary. I don't, when I have, for example, completed a few questions within the exam, I literally don't take the remaining, let's say I finish early and there's another remaining half an hour. I don't take the remaining half an hour to literally create some gibberish. I don't, start writing another story or suddenly insert another essay or another topic. I literally keep it the way it is, compact and nice. And a lot of students right here might not agree with me on this, but I have realized that when I added or put in additional information, literally the additional information made me lose marks. Now, again, that boils down back on the score rubrics or understanding like how you can score well on the exam. But from my experience, when I actually wrote more than necessary, I scored less. So whenever I go through now examinations nowadays, when I feel that it is enough, I literally keep it the way it is. Study past exam papers. Now, this is quite a cliche one. Some teachers are quite generous because they send you, previous papers, more specifically previous answer sheets. Maybe you have senior students who you can ask for the previous examinations or previous assignments. Like, in general, using the previous past exam papers, including the answers, is such a powerful tool. And again, most teachers are quite generous, and some senior students, might have a copy which they don't mind sharing. But it is something that I have literally found to be most effective. Copy paste, find Quizlet. Now, this is so typical, which I use for, you know, multiple choice. That's the right word. Q&A. No, not Q&A, multiple choice, where you basically circle, the answers. And I realized that a lot of these questions and answers, one, they're quite standardized, meaning every single year they're very, very similar, right? Especially in terms of the context. It's just they vary the answers a little bit. And most of it is actually on Quizlet. So depending on what subject you're currently learning, if it is multiple choice and if there is some Q&A, most likely it is on Quizlet or Checks or some of the other Course Hero, for example, or some of the other sources out there. So you can always find, these external sources, and you can even study from them. And it's something that I do very, very often. ChatGPT for structures and outlines. Now, this is quite crazy, but don't be, quite frankly, an idiot who literally copy and paste the entire assignment from ChatGPT to their paper, because most universities and most schools, they're slowly getting more intelligent. Shocker, I know, right? No, but they are using different tools like AI tracker or AI reader that identifies how much of the words and how much of your assignment you have utilized AI. How I personally apply ChatGPT is the following. I use ChatGPT to determine a structure, an outline of what I should write. For example, like if I have an assignment, I ask ChatGPT to break down my assignment and explain the different types of topics that will be written um, for each, let's say, sentence or paragraph. And then ChatGPT helps me outline. Then I basically ask ChatGPT to give me a basic structure, and the basic structure works for me as like a backbone or a core of, what I will eventually write. But the backbone is basically an idea referencing for me to be like, okay, this is what it's about, the basic idea is this. Now I will give my own twist by literally writing by myself. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, try out these strategies, and I can absolutely guarantee you guys that you will at least not fail again.